Somebody said, this item doesn't work. I want to return. Left negative feedback. Never return the item. You're not going to believe how this one ended up. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name's Kevin, we're in the Commonwealth cabin. We're doing our early shipping. I like doing it this way. It just makes my life so much easier. I've been talking about it for a while now. I know a lot of you you take the weekends off. You're not doing your shipping until Monday morning, especially you folks that are full-time out there. Us part-timers are just kind of jealous. You know, we got to get that shipping done on Sunday night because we got to go to work on Monday. But at any rate, some great sales. This is, I think we'll talk about like 7, 8 really quick here. In the next few minutes, talk about some really good sales. 3 items, actually I'm only going to ship 2 of them out, but I listed 3 things, bang, 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 and they sold, bang, bang, bang. It's really good money on those. So happy with those sales. Had a really high price sale come through that I won't talk about till next time. And we're making some money this weekend. So it's early on. We've got 16 sales and I think it's like close to $600 in sales. So I'm pretty happy so far. So let's take a look. All right, let's start with the 2 VCRs. These are, I've sold 3 VCRs here. 1 just sold. I'm not going to ship that out till the end of the weekend. So these 2 right here. This one I think was the big one. So this was $50 plus shipping for this Sony right here. And then this Sansui, which is just, I mean, it's plain Jane as could possibly be. This Sansui sold, I think, for $34 plus shipping on this one. So here's what I do. And a lot of you do this, I'm sure, as well. I saw these listed like this. And I know Pete, Craigslist Hunter, lists them like this, or used to. I don't know if he's still selling these. I assume he is. And they come in and they're decent. So what I do is I take the pictures usually inside in the eBay cave for these, and I store them inside. I had to bring them out here just because it's easier with the TV hookup out there. You know, over here, the TV hookup, got to get behind there, and I don't want cords hanging down and all that. And I just do that inside. My VCR station's inside. So basically what I do is I have one of these inside so I can take my picture at this angle with the white backdrop. I don't have all this stuff around. The AV cable's up here, and I'll put a blank tape, sealed blank tape, and this is just a Walmart brand tape, and I'll get even with it and I'll take the picture. And it looks pretty sharp. And you know, when somebody's looking for a VCR, a particular type, I don't think many people are looking up this type. Maybe, you know, maybe they had it and it broke and they want the exact same one, who knows. But if somebody's looking up a Sony, which is very possible, then they would possibly just be looking for a particular model. And when they see one pop up that has this, and it's up, and it's a nice picture, maybe it even has a remote, which I didn't have for either of these, you know, they're going to buy that one if it's the same price as the other one. And, you know, you can pick these things up for a quarter, 50 cents, $1 maybe, and it makes the sale. So I put the Sony with the Sony. And I have bunches of these in there just to do that with. As far as shipping goes on these, you can ship these. I usually put them as calculated shipping and put FedEx on them as the first option, maybe UPS. But sometimes even for like this one right here, it's even smaller than this one. Not much. They're both pretty small. I would put USPS Priority Mail as a second option. And a lot of times that's even cheaper than FedEx, depending on where it's going. And I'll take 2 number 7 boxes. I'll cut one end of it out and I'll tell you what, I have a video about this. Maybe if I can remember, I'll just put a picture of it here and post it if you want to do it, and I won't bore the rest of you with the story. So you can get these to ship priority mail fairly cheap if they're going close. Even cheaper than FedEx and cheaper than UPS sometimes. Anyway, really happy with these sales. I probably paid, I don't know. Actually, this one was free, I think. Maybe I paid my boy for it. He brought it to me. I might have given him some money, $5 or something. I can't remember the story on that one. So this one right here probably paid $3 to $5 for it a sale. When I went and listed, I think I listed 5 of them recently. And I tested 7 and 5 of them worked. So 2 of them were throwaways. So there's a burn cost right there. So let's just say I paid, I don't know, 5 and 3. There's $8. In reality, I probably am into these for like 12 because I had to get rid of a couple that I sold. So anyway, they're not amazing money, but that's definitely worth the hourly wage. And that is too, even at $34 plus shipping. All right, next item is in the back, and this one is borderline worth my time. They used to be a little bit more worth my time when they'd sell for $10. Now it doesn't seem like you can sell these perfection pieces for $10. This is the one right here. So I think I got 8 for it. And I usually pick these games up for 50 cents, maybe $1. And you know, you're paying them, you know, selling for $8. You're making $3-4 on it is all. So you know, if they sold for 10, it's definitely worth my time because it's an easy seller. And I'll sell the perfection games depending on how vintage they are, and if the box is in good shape, you'll make more money that way. But a lot of times they won't work, or they're not very dependable, or something's just, the box is torn up. And so if I can pay 50 cents for it, I'll grab them and I'll just take a picture of the pieces in the tray so they see that all the pieces are there, and I'll sell them like that. I know a lot of people, I can't imagine, but they sell one-offs, one at a time. I mean, I'm nuts, but that seems a little out of... Anybody out there sell one-offs of these? All right, next item right here is behind me. It's from Kat, Nurse Flipper here. There she is. So she saw the video where these COS speakers, they're not speakers, headphones got returned. And I mentioned that Turner loved them, and he did love them. Matter of fact, he's been down here listening to them a couple times since they came back. And so she bought them and said, give them to Turner. So, Kat, that's funny. All right, so what am I going to do now, Kat, when he plays with them like everything else for a week, and then he forgets about them, and they just sit there, and I'm going to look at them and go, I want to sell these again. What do I got to do? And then I'll feel bad because you wanted me to give them to him. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I have to send something to you anyways, so it shows some tracking, right? So I'm going to pick something out over here. Maybe we'll pick I don't know, what are we going to do? You can give something away on your show here. Maybe we'll send you a first edition mug or something. I'm not sure what we'll send you, but we'll send you something, and we appreciate the support for sure. And I know that Turner is going to like that. Now, he might only like it for, I don't know, maybe a week or so, but he will enjoy it, and I'll tell him you sent it to him. Hey, bud, you got a sale right there. Tell us who that guy is. Do you remember that guy's name?
Oh, I forgot again.
It's from SeaWorld. It's Shamu. Turn it sideways so we can see. And it is a killer whale. Does it look like a killer whale to you? It looks kind of happy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're also called orcas. Got it? Let me see that tag right there. See, it says SeaWorld, little vintage tag. It's pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I'm trying to remember what it went for. I think like $8 plus shipping. And it went to a YouTuber. Went to Jazz W. And I can't remember their YouTube channel name, but they bought something. So if you're out there, tell us your YouTube channel name, okay? Turner will go check it out. You know why? Because they bought something from Reagan. They bought something from me, I think. And they did a video about it when it showed up. And so they'll probably do a video about you. They just bought that from you.
Oh.
Yeah. It's your store, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they'll probably do a video about you when they get it. So you got to send us your YouTube channel name again. I cannot remember what it is. So at any rate, thank you all. We appreciate it. So would you tell Jazz W thank you? Jazz W. It's W. Okay. So it's like JAZDW. How do you spell W? It's not like W. It's W. D. Oh, well. He'll send us a message. All right, buddy. See you later.
Bye.
I got a boys baseball Under Armour youth size sale right here. $8.95 plus shipping. So nothing amazing. But I did want to finish the story about the feedback. So I've never had this happen before. This is an odd one. So here's the deal. It was a Sony Dream Machine. I think I talked about it in a video, and they left a negative feedback and what I was going to do, and I never called eBay for it. It's been on my to-do list at school, which my to-do list, if you're probably like this too, you know, I have my to-do list for the day, and I'll knock quite a few of them off, but by the time the day is done, that to-do list has grown bigger than... So I've never quite got there to do that, you know, at a lunch break, call up eBay or try to take care of it on Facebook or eBay for business or whatever it is. So this person got the thing. I had tested it because I had listened to the thing, but, you know, stuff happens, right? And shipping or who knows. And so this thing gets sent off, and they get it and immediately complain. As soon as it arrives, they're complaining it doesn't work, you know, whatever. I can't remember if they said it doesn't work at all or I can't remember what they said. So I'm like, okay, you know, feel free to return the item. I do free returns, but you're going to have to send the item back, and then I'll give you a free return on the shipping and everything. I know a lot of you don't do that, but that's just the way I do it because I don't have that many returns. So here's the deal. Never heard from them again after that. They had opened the return case. I'm like, okay, you know, hey, go ahead and send it back. No problem. Fine. They never sent it back. They immediately after I said that, after I messaged them, because they had, you know, opened the return case, eBay automatically says just ship the item back. So I messaged them. I sent them a message. I said, hey, I tested this thing. You know, I'm sorry it's not working for you, blah, blah, blah. Negative feedback. Boom. Okay. But I didn't do anything. I'm just waiting for the return to come back. They never shipped it back. Never shipped it back. And so I check it every once in a while. I'm like, cool, they're never going to ship it back. You know, I got this negative feedback, but they're not going to ship it back. So, you know, at least I don't have to pay for that cost, right? Looked on it the other day. Gone. Negative feedback gone. I didn't call eBay. I didn't talk to the buyer. I didn't do anything. Just negative feedback gone. So you tell me what happened. Did the person... I can't imagine the person going on there and taking the negative feedback off. If you go to the trouble to leave negative feedback and you don't ship it back, you don't get your return, do you go on and take the negative feedback off? I don't think you do. So did eBay take it off? I don't know. You tell me. Tell me in the comments what you think happened, but I've never had that happen before. Have you had negative feedback disappear without any conversation with the person who left it or anything like that? Hey, the smudger sale right here. The smudgers, the big ones are gone. These are the replacement smudgers. This is going to Boris and Natasha Wheelan and Dealan. And you have a YouTube channel as well. That's, I think, the eBay name, but you have a YouTube channel, I think, by the same name. So, at any rate, thank you for the purchase. We appreciate it. And it's just $7, I think, is what it is. And it said it's pure profit for us at this point because we bought so many of these things. I bought them and didn't even know what they were. There's another good thing to leave in the comments. Have you ever bought something and you didn't know what it was? Tell me what it was when you finally figured it out. And this is a great sale right here. And this $50 plus shipping. $50 plus shipping. And it's pretty plain, you know. It's the LA Rams, UCLA Bruin color right there, right? I believe it's made in the USA. This one is. No, it's not. Made in Malaysia. So it's not, I don't think this is like incredibly vintage. It looks like it. But I don't think this is even back in the 90s. Could be wrong. Maybe late 90s. I used to wear this kind of stuff when I played ball in college, so it's possibly late 90s, but it can't be much earlier than that. So this one was a great sale, and I can't remember the name of it. If you remember the name of the sale when I picked this up, leave it in the comments, and I'll go check it out. My light's going nuts here. This was a sale. I had already been to one, and I walked into this, like, I don't know. It was a home. They were moving. And I was talking to Honest Tim. That's where he told me the story about the $600 hat he sold for $3. And a couple other pickers in there. And they were in there before me. I'm like, oh, great. I saw another room and I just said, hey, is everything for sale? He said, everything in the house is for sale. So I go in there and I see this. I'm like, sweet. I'm going to grab this. And I go back, how much you want for this? Oh, that's not for sale. God, like, really? Like, oh, my goodness. Everything's for sale except for the one thing you pick out. At any rate, she took a lot of stuff over there and took it back. It was, I think, her husband's clothes and put them away. And then she's like, yeah, you know, I guess we could sell this. I'm like, how much? She said $5. I said, perfect. So I knew it would sell eventually. Right person, right colors, right size, $50 plus shipping. All right, we will go answer some questions. Maybe Reagan has a sale. I don't know what we've got going on this weekend. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, depending on when you see this, and we'll see you next time. I had a question the other day, and I answered it at school, and it's very similar to the scenario I have right here. And I think I can explain it better than I did. So instead of putting that one on the end of the video, I'm putting this one instead. Let's take a look. All right, there's a couple different issues here, but one I want to address first is somebody was criticizing me for taking the USPS priority mailboxes and doing this to them, frankenboxing them. This is 2 number 7s pushed together. This is not a flat rate box. It's just a normal USPS priority mailbox. And if that's the case, do whatever you want with it. You can do whatever you want with it. Now, I would caution you, after you get to a certain size, it's not going to be worth it. So if this box was another inch taller and 2 inches longer, the cost of shipping USPS would be astronomical. All right, the other issue is these are both of those VCRs. And they're packed really well. They've got enough room on all sides, above and below. I've got padding, but they're packed really good. About as small as you can do it and do it safely. So I've taken 2 here. I'm shipping this one USPS. and I'm shipping this one FedEx. And let me tell you why, because the packaging is basically the same, 18 inches by 12 inches by 7. And the key when you do this is to cut this down. This is an 8-inch box. It's actually more than that. You'd have to count 9 inches for the height here, but I've cut down 1.5 inches so I get it to 7 when I do that. And I keep the width this way, so it's actually a little over 12, but whatever, you get the idea. Okay, this box is 19 by 13 by 7, so you can see how close it is. The weight's almost identical. You can see how this one's just a little bit narrower. This one's just a tiny bit taller. I mean, it's a little longer. Basically the same size, okay? It would be no difference shipping these if they're going to the same place in cost. So here's the deal. FedEx Ground, and I do calculated shipping, and I always put FedEx Ground as the first option and Priority Mail as the second option. And then I look at where it's going, and I'll figure it out myself. So this is FedEx Ground is where it's going. It's costing me $18.38. It's going to Arizona. So as soon as I saw Arizona, I grabbed the brown box because I know this thing has got to go FedEx. Because with that distance and these dimensions, that's how much the post office is going to charge. Now this one was going to New York. So I knew we'd be probably better off here if we could get it to this size, which we did, of course, that we could send this thing Priority Mail. So there you go. FedEx Ground $13.57 and Priority USPS $11.51. So saved a little bit of money. They paid FedEx Ground. We're saving myself about $2 here, sending a Priority, and it should, knock on wood, get there faster. So you wouldn't, that's why I put FedEx Ground first. Because if you put Priority Mail first as the first option, they're going to see the shipping time as a lot less than going FedEx Ground. Although in actuality, it might get there faster, but that's a different story. So hopefully that answers some of those questions. I don't know who asked that question earlier because I was at school and I answered it and I deleted it. But at any rate, if that was you, there's your answer to the question. All right, I figured I would do this for Reagan. So normally she does the thank yous for the CommonwealthPicker.com store, but she's gone today. And I just looked and there's like 6 sales. And I don't want to put her through doing all that in one day. Not that she couldn't handle it, but she's got to meet and she's busy. So I'm going to knock off one that was addressed to me. And then Jim bought an Inman. So thank you, Jim, for that. And we've been putting one of those on CommonwealthPicker.com every day, it seems like, or just about every day, until they're gone. And they're I don't know exactly how many, but I had bought that box of 50. So there's still quite a few in there, maybe 40 left or so. At any rate, this is from Saeed, and Saeed bought We Get Things Moving mug. So that's the one that we've been selling quite a bit of lately because I don't think we're renewing that one at this point. So this is from London. So that's awesome. Hi, Guy. I started watching your channel for a few months now, and I love everything you guys do, especially when you include the history behind some of the items. He says, I just watched the episode where you talked about the history of country music and the migration of country music from the Midwest into California post-World War II. You guys are amazing, and your channel is fun and educational. So this is going to be my first time buying anything from a social media platform. Well, I'm flattered, specifically when it's the last few of the mugs left by your amazing daughter, the ones that your daughter designed. I felt like Will Smith in Independence Day when he says, I got to get me one of these. I've started my eBay UK store nearly a year ago, and I'm having so much fun and have learned so much from you and other YouTubers. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Saeed. And let me tell you what. Let me show you something. People say, well, what do you mean they're almost gone? I think they might not already be gone. There might be 2 or 3 left. I can't really remember. I know that she's got 3 or 4 sold that we'll be talking about over the next couple of days. There's probably 2 left. But there's obviously more than 2 left, right? And there's obviously more than 2 left over here. And there are a few misfits as well. Blue ones. Well, I thought there were anyways. I know there are 3 up there that I saved. So, I don't know. I just hold some back to do some cool things with from time to time. So, I don't know. You never know. We might recycle her design someday on a different color or something. Who the heck knows? But thank you for that. We do appreciate it. By the way, these are always in our store. These will always be in our store. These will not. These will always be in our store, I think. I don't know. Reagan gets to decide these things. To some degree, I basically let her do what she wants, even when it costs me a lot of money. At any rate, thank you, Saeed. Hey, y'all, you got a gift from Angie's Oddity, Steve and Angie. So check it out. That's a cool card, by the way.
Whoa!
Wisconsin. America's
That's
Dairyland,
cool.
one for Turner, one for Reagan. How nice is that for them?
My
to get?
name is
Do we have
spelled
any
right.
spots back there? Look, I think we have one.
Oh.
Yeah, we have 3 more spots.
Oh, yay.
So we're going to have to put them
Cool.
right there. That's really
That's cool.
cool.
My name's spelled right. Yay.
It's spelled right, that's right.
My name
You
has
got
always been spelt right.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Oh, you're funny. Dear homeschool hustlers, look at that. I love your dad's channel. I have learned so much from him. But Reagan and Turner, you both make me smile. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless. Angie's Oddities. So thank you for all
Thank
you have taught us.
you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And you guys have been a great supporter of our channel from the get-go. So we appreciate it. Tell them thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
I have a question here from Andy. How do you calculate shipping for your item if you're going to use pirate ship? I have had 3 people this week ask about shipping outside of the U.S. and they are they're pretty heavy items, so I'm just not sure the best way to figure out the shipping. I ship a lot of smaller items out of the U.S. but never have any large items. So here's the deal. If the item is over 4 pounds, I do not ship it with pirate ship. I go through global shipping, or at this point, you have a few more options on eBay where you can use those up to 66 pounds, I think. So I would go, the very first option on international shipping, I can't remember what it's called right now. I should probably look, but I'm not gonna. And you can click on that one. Pirate ship is for me, is for items that are 4 pounds and under. And everything else I leave to either global shipping or one of the other options. So hope that helps. Question from Carl, and this is ironic because I don't have on a baseball hat right here. Hi, just wondering how you ship out baseball caps, which I almost always wear, but not during my lunch break when I'm teaching. So anyway, 8x6x4 box usually, if it's a normal hat, something that's not, propped up and really nice and doesn't need to be smashed at all. If it's a hat that sits down in the box, 8x6x4 works for 90% of hats. If you're selling something expensive, something with a high crown, something you don't want to put pressure on, somebody's paid a lot of money, 10x7x5, I think that's right. I don't know, I don't have my boxes here, it's at home in the shed. So I have links below for different, so I have the Amazon link page, which has some boxes, but if you look at the specific links that I have in there, I think it tells you, this box for this type of hat, this box for this type of hat. I think that's all in there, so check in the description. Thanks for the question.